All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Versatility Podcast. I am your host, Juelz. Yeah, I did it better this time. But, what's up, everybody? This is Pod 25. We did hit the Kobe year, the Kobe episode, last one with Kasha. Then the one before that had the Pod 23. That's the Jordan / I guess LeBron year too at the same time.
We'll call it the LeBron year. That's the GOAT.
We'll not going to do that. Year. That was with Justin, but now we're on 25. Whose number is 25? What, Ben Simmons?
We're not going to do this. We're not going to disrespect me like this. We're not going to disrespect me like this.
All right, what about in football? Who got 25 in football?
I don't know.
You don't know anybody?
It's rare to see somebody wear 25 in football. I'm going to be honest.
You don't know anybody.
25 is a rare number.
It is, but
it's
still.
A rare number.
There's nobody with 25.
Mm-mm.
No.
I mean,
there's got to be somebody.
There's somebody, but I'm saying like it's rare. Like it's not a superstar.
Who wore 25 in football?
It's definitely not a superstar.
Fred Biletnikoff.
Fred Biletnikoff, a kicker. We're gonna be named after a kicker episode. Fred Biletnikoff.
Richard Sherman.
Oh,
LaShawn McCoy.
Okay.
Okay.
I could be shady. Be shady.
This is our Richard Sherman episode.
All right, I could get with that.
I could live with that too. Oh, Derrick Rose. But when he was on Timberwolves and the Knicks.
No, that don't count because
Timberwolves scored 50.
It don't matter.
He scored 50 with the Timberwolves.
That's not MVP Rose though.
Bro, Vince Carter. I don't know which.
Oh, I could have took Vince Carter.
But I don't know what team he was on wearing that though.
I think it was Dallas.
That's what I'm thinking,
Dallas.
Too. It had to have been Dallas.
Dallas.
Either way, we're spitballing. But, again, welcome back, everybody. As y'all know, this is not dropping on Monday. This episode is actually dropping on Saturday in anticipation for it's football season, everybody. You know what I mean? And I want to get the episode out while, so y'all can hear our takes and things of that nature before football season really starts. But usually... Definitely it's going to be on Mondays. That's when I'll drop something. I actually might still drop something Monday, depending on how I feel, depending on how much time I got. I'm a college student. I got a lot of other things going on. But just wanted to get this out for y'all. Especially going to talk a little about college football as well. It's going to be a pretty long episode. At least I think it is. Maybe not. I don't know. But let's get started. First of all, we're saying, again, this is my good friend, technically co-worker too, amongst a lot of other different things, and then about less than a year ago now.
Yeah,
that's still crazy to me. And then we've been doing just a lot of things together after one trip that we had. So it's just kind of
been a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. But you want to introduce yourself, bro?
Yeah, I'm just a handsome guy. I be that pretty one. I'm the jiggy one. They call me Darius the Finesse. You feel me?
Darius Brockett.
I get all my inspiration from A$AP Rocky.
Oh my God.
I be that pretty one and A$AP Ferg.
All right, he's done. All right, so he's a really big guy, big guy on football, and I've been waiting to do this specific football episode with him because I knew he's gonna give you some good takes and some good football insight and things of that nature.
A lot of people have been wanting me for football. A lot of people couldn't wait for it. Like, you know how many people are asking me to just do shows specifically around this area?
Hey, bro. If that's what you're good at and people know you're good at it, that must mean good for something. You know
it's definitely good for a lot.
But let's get into it with the top news. And since it is a football episode and I have not talked about this on the podcast yet, I want to talk about Deshaun Watson. Now, for those of you who do not know me, Deshaun Watson is actually one of my favorite quarterbacks, second favorite quarterback in the league. After Aaron Rodgers, of course, y'all know I'm a Packers fan. But Deshaun Watson, I love what he did in Clemson. That's how I first got to know him and stuff. Then as soon as he got drafted into the league, I kept following him after that. And he was carrying that Texans team. When him and J.J. Watt were actually healthy, and D-Hop. And D-Hop. They were actually a force to be reckoned with. As y'all saw, they were up 24-0, right? 24-0 against the Chiefs. I was so ecstatic. Bro, I was so happy. And then next thing you know, I was like, what happened?
They cheesed it.
They erased it in one quarter.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs proceeded to do that in every single round. So I was like, what's going on? But that's not there. But I've been a big Deshaun Watson fan. So like when I first hear about this stuff regarding the 24 women accused him of sexual harassment, dealing with massages because he had a whole bunch of massages and stuff like that with women. He has I guess you would say a kink for that type of stuff. I don't know for sure, but that's from information that we've gathered. That's what I get from it. Me and him have talked about this a lot. Me and Darius have talked about this a lot on air for WEAA, the Morgan News Hour, which is from 6 to 7, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday through Friday on WEAA 88.9 FM, the voice of the community. I just know it by heart at this point. This is what the situation is overall. I think he settled all of the cases except for 1 or 2 now. Yeah. At this point, when we first started talking about it, it definitely was way more cases that needed to be settled. But at first, the judge is like, I mean, I can't really prosecute you over it. Not prosecute, but I can't really sentence you over it because there's not enough conclusive evidence.
And you settled most of them
And he did settle most of them. And plus, there were also a total of like 48 total women who had something to do with it, but only 24 filed suits, if I'm not mistaken. But that, either way, 40 some women, bro, that's crazy, dog. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're going to different massage therapists. You would think you would just stick with the same one, but that's just me. But it just doesn't look good overall. And at first he was suspended 4 games by the judge, 4 NFL games, and he also got traded to the Browns before that happened and things of that nature. But then the NFL appealed the decision, and they actually wanted him to get suspended more games. So they ended up being able to suspend him for 11 games, and that's where we are now. Darius, how do you feel about it?
I think 11 is justified. At one point, I did just say the whole season, but when you look at it, 11 definitely fits the bill for someone of this type of magnitude and this crime, and it's because you settled most of these cases. I feel like if most of these cases weren't settled, then yes, you go with the whole season. But 11 seems justified, especially how it started off with it only being like 4 games. Then it went to 6 games. So 11 is perfect. So you're sitting out 10 games plus a bye week.
Yeah. That's not bad. I mean, to be honest, that's not that bad. And the Browns weren't really doing much of anything anyway, for real. Because, I mean, you saw that preseason game too?
Nah.
He didn't look good. I wasn't and as a Deshaun Watson fan, I wasn't happy. But in terms of like this situation, I just want to say this real quick. I do not condone anything that he might have done, or if he did do it, I don't know. But I stay out of it. But I will say, if you did it, condemn him. He deserves a suspension regardless. I knew that regardless, because this is a ridiculous situation. Get your stuff together. When it comes to allegations, things of that nature, I'm never gonna say like you did it or you didn't do it unless I know for sure based off facts, because that's not my job. My job is to report on the stuff, give my opinion on it overall, but like I don't know. So how can I say, oh, he definitely did it because yada yada yada? Bro, I know people in general who've gotten hella allegations and stuff, but they never did anything. But they either never done anything or actually were being framed for someone else, or somebody wanted money or something like that. So that's why I'm saying, if he did it, that's crazy. You need to seek help and things. If you didn't do it, then beat the case. You gotta do what you gotta do. But that's why I don't know.
But also,
I don't know.
You also gotta think about it like this. This is Goodell trying to right his wrongs from what he's done in the past.
True.
Like, you gotta look at when Big Ben had a whole rape allegation charge against him. Crazy. He only got suspended for 4 games. So now you fast forward with a different climate, a different culture, so many new factors. Amen. Where it's like, okay, I can't really give you the 6. I need more from you. So I think this is you trying to right your wrongs.
Was it originally 4 games or was it originally 6 games?
6.
It was 6? Okay, so I messed up. Okay. I forgot because I heard you kind of say it earlier. Yeah. So, all right, that's my fault. That's my fault. But, I mean, I don't know. But in terms of, like, the Browns as a whole, who's their backup?
Brissett, Jacoby.
He's not bad. He can get them to maybe a little below 500. But what wide receivers they got? They got Amari Cooper,
Donovan Peoples-Jones,
He's not bad.
David Njoku still a tight end.
He's cool.
So, but you gotta look at it. You're a run heavy team.
They are a run heavy team.
Can Jacoby, when he needs to put the ball in the air, can he do it?
I mean, that's the same thing people asked about Baker when he was there.
Baker did it though.
He's a Baker fan, everybody. I just want y'all to know that.
Before you look at me with that, let's really didn't play that much year 1, but still had a good year.
Oh my god.
Year 2 he goes to the playoffs.
All right.
Year 3 was a little off, and this past year he was injured.
He's injured?
Yes. He has a whole torn shoulder, and he played the whole season. Torn left shoulder.
If he would have just sit out like 4 to 6 weeks, he could have.
He should have. He should have. I mean, but he looks pretty good. But that's being a warrior.
You know what? I mean, we're gonna talk about it later. But he was named captain of the team for the Carolina Panthers.
Exactly.
So they see something.
He's the guy.
But I actually want to segue into a little bit about how the Browns really did him dirty.
Yes.
The fact that they traded for another QB who is still going through trials and investigations and stuff like that. And Baker was already, Baker was still on the team. They just traded for him. They just traded for Deshaun Watson. I was just like, nah, that's crazy. I mean, it's a great trade for the Browns once Deshaun Watson finally, was able to play. But it was like, yo, at least get rid of Baker first. Like, come on now, bro.
Business first. You got to think about it. You have a quarterback that's top 15, not top 10, top 15, which means he can win a game or he could be the reason you lose a game.
That's true. Like Jared Goff or something.
Yeah.
When he was on the Rams.
So like, it's not
Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's not the super.
He's
not the superstar quarterback. But there's a guy out there who wants out of Houston who can be the superstar, who is the superstar quarterback. So business comes first. What do you want to take? So
I'm taking Deshaun Watson 9 times out of 10 because they signed him to an extension as well. But he has a whole bunch of clauses in there, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, he's only getting paid $1 million this first year.
Which is smart because they didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah,
this is a long-term deal because Deshaun Watson, he's like 26, 27, something like that?
Mm-hmm. 5 years, $230 million.
So if
fully guaranteed.
If I'm the Browns, I'm okay with it regardless because I already knew this first year was probably going to be a wash anyway. So, I mean, plus Deshaun Watson is also a win for him because if he's innocent, then he's like, well, at the very least, I get to make the most of my money in the long term. He still has some sorts of endorsements and things of that nature. He's got to wait till things die down, yada, yada, yada. And if he's not innocent, well, it still works out for him anyway, which would kind of suck on our end because it's like, bro, you deserve more, but, I mean, you deserve more punishment, but, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles for real. So, yeah, but I don't want to get it too much into that. We said our piece, I feel like. And now let's really get into it because, again, football is back, baby. Football is back, and I know a game happened yesterday because we're recording this on Friday. A game happened yesterday on Thursday with the Bills versus the Rams. We will talk about that, but first we gotta talk a little bit about college football. I am not a huge college football fan. He is a huge college football fan.
I had 8 games on 4 screens.
Yes, you did. That is actually that you with college football. That's me when NBA season starts up. I'm watching 2-3 games at the same time.
When it comes to NBA, the NBA season for me don't start until Christmas.
Nah, because
that's when everything fully settles in.
You are right. But I need to know how you got to this point because I'm a storyteller. For me, I gotta, especially with my Bucks, I have to watch almost every game, or at the very least see a recap for every game. Like I subscribe to The Athletic because I like reading the games, and I actually would like to write for Bucks basketball one day on things of that nature. Like I tell stories about it because I feel like, I'm a storyteller, bro. Like that's really what I love to do. But back to college football though, it started last week. And just
it was beautiful.
Not from Morgan. But it promised. They showed a little promise, but they got their butts kicked. So we both go to the illustrious Morgan State University. But I want to talk about a little bit about a game that happened between LSU and Florida State. That
was terrible football.
Was
Terrible football.
Fun football, though.
It was not fun football. That is the definition of terrible football.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That was so many terrible mistakes. So many terrible mistakes. And I just
I'll give you look at it like this. LSU, you have the wrong coach. I don't think Brian Kelly was the coach for LSU. He's not. He's too conservative. He's too Notre Dame. He's not. LSU is gung ho, aggressive. New Orleans.
They definitely do give that every time I see him. They always.
Brian Kelly is not the guy. Even Coach O. Coach O took that $17 million buyout. That's still the better option because you could get a coach who resonates with the players. Brian Kelly, did he lose? And what did he say?
Wait, so that LSU coach left?
They fired him. They fired him mid-season last year. They gave him $17 million for him to leave.
Why'd they fire him?
Well,
I loved his attitude. Because he
won a national
like
championship in
LSU.
2019. 2020 is a little average. 2021.
COVID,
So you feel me? Like
that's cool.
You can't be consistent for too long. So yeah, I'm gonna fire you.
Nah, that's crazy.
It's a business at the end of the day.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying, like,
You're not Nick Saban.
You're
not Debo.
But he just felt like an LSU coach.
Oh, he was, especially the way he talked.
That's what I mean. Like he just gave off that LSU, that Louisiana type vibe.
He gave off the swag.
Yeah, he did. And I didn't know they fired him. So they got a conservative coach. Basically,
they got the coach from Notre Dame, Brian Kelly, who
you
has not won a national championship at all.
I remember it now because I remember there was a whole big thing about he got fired and then he went there. Right? It was something of that nature. Mm-hmm. I remember it because it happened a while ago. So that's why I remember. But we talked about it in my class with Dr. Jason Johnson a little bit because it was like, what the hell's going on? And he instantly got picked up somewhere else. I remember. You continue though.
You could easily. Brian Kelly would have been happy winning 9 games like he always was at Notre Dame and still getting paid almost $16 million, $10 million, $11 million. If you're going to go to the SEC, you better either beat Bama or somehow look consistent. I don't think you will. You got a transfer quarterback from Arizona State, and Jaden Daniels, where all he did was run. Keyshawn Battle was your best receiver. He don't even want to be there no more. He scrubbed everything from IG. Florida State's really not that great, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When I saw that they were even competing with Florida State, it kind of like threw me off. Like when I heard it was LSU versus somebody, I was like, oh, it's got to be something like big. And I'm like,
oh, it was big.
Well, I mean, they're not like top 4, top 6 type big.
Florida State ain't the Jameis Winston Florida State. So yeah. And LSU ain't the Joe Burrow or even the Jamarcus Russell LSU teams. Like, as much as you may not know, Jamarcus Russell was a dog at LSU.
What year was that? Man?
It was like 2002 to 2005. Yeah.
Right there, right?
He may not perform in the NFL, but he was a monster. And even Joe Burrow. If you're going to go to LSU, there's 2 things you need to have. A strong running game and a great defense. And that defense did not look great, and they barely could run the ball.
But again, first week. So we never know.
No.
First week.
Okay, it is.
That's
it
what
is.
I mean,
it is because by technicality it's week 0 and then week 1. So yeah. And Florida State played last week and they played a week 0, so they already had their bodies revved up. So I give you that.
So I would say this because I kind of want to like run through because like as somebody who does not watch college football as much, this is why I brought somebody on who actually knows a little bit more about that, so I can just listen to stuff like that. But this is what I see. I'm on my social media, and I just see what a crazy ending to a football game.
Oh, yeah. Special teams was atrocious.
It reminded me of the Green Bay Packers because they always have a special teams error every time, and it pisses me off. But I want to kind of run through the end of this game real quick. So Florida State led 17-3 midway through the third quarter. But then the LSU stormed back to within 24-17 after a touchdown with just 4 minutes to play. Also, I'm reading from an NBCSports.com article. The LSU Tigers were set to get the ball back with 2:15 to play after forcing a 3-and-out until the punt returner for LSU, Malik Neighbors, muffed the kick. and handed FSU the ball inside LSU's 10-yard line, which is freaking insane.
Brian Kelly talked bad on him afterwards. He was like, we thought we had the right guy. Obviously, we don't.
Dang.
You don't talk about your players like that.
No, that's crazy. You don't talk about the players. But the game, everybody thought the game was going to be over, but then Florida State got down to the goal line with stuff like that. And then instead of just handing the ball off, FSU called for a pitch play, and Treshaun Ward mishandled it with LSU recovering the fumble. Then, yeah, I don't know why you would go for a pitch. You should have just handed it off or
it's a snack box.
No, I get it, but still, but then that gave LSU the ball, 120 to play, down by 7, having to drive 99 yards
did what he
to
does
tie
best.
the game. The Tigers did just that, getting down to the goal line, setting up one final play with 1 second left. Quarterback Jaden Daniels found Jeray Jenkins in the end zone for a score, and the game, people thought it was going to go to OT. Seconds later, though, the LSU kicker, Damian Ramos, had his extra point blocked. Sealed the victory for FSU as the clock wound down.
And here's my problem, right? Your quarterback just went 99 yards.
I'd be so pissed.
Florida State is tired. They
so
are gassed. And that's why I say this is the wrong time of you being conservative, because y'all just went 99 yards. Who can stop you at this point? Nobody. So you could easily go for 2. Don't even have to play for overtime, and it's an easy dub. Brian Kelly did it to himself.
Yeah, that was I mean they could have ended up going for 2. They did have no momentum, but I feel like, I think that falls into what you said. He's conservative. He's a conservative coach. So I feel like that plays into what you said about coaching fit and things of that nature. I mean, at least from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
And from my perspective. Also, it's funny how I'm scrolling through this and I keep seeing RG3 and LeBron James just tweeting this game the whole time, because Bron was like, wow, blocked, and he said, what did Bron, because Bron type weird, bro. He said, man, what, with the sideways laughing emoji, okay, I'm done now, why a pitch? Bron just being Bron, bro. Bron is hilarious, though. Bron is a huge football fan, by the way, really huge football fan. But I just love how football is back, to be honest. It's cool for me. It really is. It's cool for me because I just love seeing the different highlights and things of that nature. When I'm scrolling through my IG or my Twitter or whatever, because it's like sports are just back, because we've been in hiatus for the last 3-4 months. So it's great to see just action again. Because the only thing I've been getting the last month is FIBA basketball, and Giannis, Luka, and Jokic have been dominating. So it's just something different to see. I can't wait for the NBA season to start, because that's when I get in my bag. So, and y'all know I talk NBA. Of course, it's going to be probably towards the latter end of episodes, because I want to focus on other things, or actually I'm thinking about doing mini episodes or things of that nature. But because I'll probably do another what's it called? Episode out of schedule before the NBA season starts. Get one of my friends to come on there, maybe an expert. You never know what could be happening about it. Also, a quick comment. Appreciate y'all for viewing up the video on YouTube and all the other platforms with Kasha. I really do appreciate y'all. And shout out to all the people who said something or commented or messaged me or just told me that they really enjoyed it and really love what I do.
Run it up.
I love when y'all give me feedback. Definitely give me ideas or just anything. I'm very open to a lot of different things, because that's just me. Run it up. But I kind of want to get into a little bit of the. Well, actually, first, before I go into that, I want to talk a little bit about Morgan State University football, which is a work in progress. Now, me and him, we both report on the Morgan games. I'm going a little bit more in depth, trying to talk to players and things of that nature. While you're doing a little bit of both, but he commentates on games. He does color commentary along with regular commentary too, right?
Yeah. So I'll do this year. I will be doing sideline reporting and color commentary. Nice.
Man,
I'm gonna be tired.
Man, that's what we asked for at this point.
I'm gonna be sleepy every day.
Type shit. But Morgan State football, those of y'all don't know, we are in the MEAC conference. That's with like Howard, Norfolk State,
Del State,
SCSU, right? That's what it's called, or no, not SCSU. The
South Carolina State.
Yeah, South Carolina State and Central, whatever.
North Carolina Central.
Yeah, North Carolina Central. So, we got a few people in this conference. North Carolina A&T just left our conference.
Yeah, they left a couple years ago.
They left a few years ago, and then they got dogged by somebody in our conference, which is still hilarious. But yeah, so Morgan State football, we just got a new coach. Shout out Coach Damon Wilson. I really like the things he's doing. He actually is his old coach, which is a very funny story, because he used to play at Bowie.
Yeah, I walked on the Bowie. Fun experience. I ran a lot. My body hurt almost every day. Coach Wilson's a cool dude, all in all. So it's just funny how it came full circle.
Yeah, but he's Coach Wilson is our coach now. I've talked to him, spoken to him a few times, being a reporter and whatnot. I love his vibe, and I love just the intangibles that he focuses on, and he definitely makes them run. As I talked to a few of the players so far, I got a few relationships with a little bit of the players on there since freshman year, and some people that I really just met this year as well. But they're really cool peoples, man. And they want to win, like they really do want to win. But in their last game, they lost. It was like 56-7.
59-7.
59-7. As you can tell, that is not a good score. That is atrocious. And I'm gonna get on my team because even though I'm a reporter and I love my team, you have to be real with your team. Now, it's the same thing like with my Bucks or my Packers or whatever. If y'all do stupid stuff, and if I'm specifically reporting on you, I will say that you did stupid stuff because that's just what it is. It's like what Stephen A. did with AI when he was reporting this on the Sixers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. You have to keep that same energy. If you can't tell your friend, like reporter is like talking about your friend kind of, like just being real with them. Like if you know your friend doing stupid stuff and you saying it to other people and all that type of stuff, you should be able to say it to your friend's face as well. If you can say it to other people, you have to be able to say it to your friends as well to really help them and tell them, like, yo, you wrong. Yo, you need to fix this. Or else nothing's going to change or you're going to keep talking behind their back. And that's not what a real friend does. Real friends tell friends when they messing up. So, and that's how I feel about Morgan State football. It just, they're going through growing pains right now. And it really sucks because everybody's so, they want to win, bro. Like, it's been 4 years and we haven't gotten over like 3 wins in any of the years. So, we want to see him win.
Well, you got to start with this. Coach Wilson's only been with the team for 2 months.
Oh, yeah, no.
So he got hired late, which means everybody's learning everything late. And then on top of that, your defense looks okay, but if I'm on the field about 60% of the game, I'm not helping you out. Your cause has not been helped out at all because I'm tired. Our offense can't hold the ball for no longer than 1 first down per drive.
And the quarterback can't get no time to throw.
Your running backs are phenomenal.
I ain't gonna lie, Roadrunner, dude, he's cool, bro.
But when you're down early in the game, you can't always run the ball because that makes it worse. You have to find a way to use your arm and beat them with your arm. It's simple. If it's an 8-man box, check it, get a quick pass. Let them be scared of your arm. Then you can run the ball. But you can't do that when you're playing down by 2 scores early. Yeah. And that's what it's been for the last year and a half.
Yeah. That really sucks because they actually look good in the first quarter. That's what pissed me off. Like, they look good. And we were texting throughout the first and second quarter and stuff. And I was just like, yo, like, I was like, they look good, but they're shooting themselves in the foot. And I literally did some reporting beforehand, and literally the main thing that was like, yo, we cannot have self-inflicted wounds. And that's what they did to themselves.
Their only score comes from defense.
Like 3 penalties when they was in the end zone, bro. They was in the red zone. They got 3 penalties, bro. Like, come on, man.
That's immaturity of a team.
Yeah. You saying something about what were you saying again now?
You can't have your only score come from defense.
Yeah.
Like, that's a problem. But that shows that the defense can hawk for the ball. So Ain't nothing wrong with a ball hawk.
The defense looked good, but again, tired, and then they gave up on each other. But that's one thing they're gonna have to get better at, just not giving up on each other. And I look forward to what they do moving forward. We do have a game on technically tomorrow, technically today by the time this drops, against Towson or Tosin, however you say it nowadays. University.
It's Towson.
It technically, bro, it's Tosin apparently.
No, it's not, bro.
Oh, somebody told me that, bro.
Then they lied.
All right, man, but that's what it was apparently. But
were they white?
No.
That's even worse. It's Towson.
Nah, that's funny.
It's Towson. So much so it's Towson.
Y'all funny, dog.
Like,
but because that's what everybody always says when I say that. That's funny.
It's Towson.
Doesn't matter to me because we got to kick their butts. And Towson, they're not terrible. I mean, they're cool, but they always kick our butts in the first game. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I hope that they can learn from their deflating loss and just not give up. Not give up.
If you don't get 59 put on your head, it's kind of hard, bro. You got 59 put on your dome nugget.
I know.
It looked good going in the half, but then like it just exploded. What are you gonna do?
I know.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna be just as mad as everybody else.
I'd be pretty
especially
mad.
if I was the one that scored too. I did my job technically.
Not like real shit.
I did my job. The fuck y'all talking about?
I don't know.
I locked up my man.
I don't know, bro. At this point, just keep rolling with the punches, bro. Just keep pushing. Keep it pushing.
And that's how you get knocked out, because you kept rolling with the punches. You ain't weave enough. You ain't had your guard up. And that's what happened. They didn't weave enough. They didn't have their guard up. And they just kept taking them hits to the face.
They didn't strategize enough.
They got Mike Tyson.
Dang. You hate to see it. You really do hate to see it. But I kind of want to segue into NFL football, because this is the main reason why I wanted to do the podcast early and everything. We're about 30 minutes in right now, but NFL football is back, man, and I love it, man.
I don't.
I love it.
I don't.
But you watch it anyway.
I do. That's because I love football.
Because you watch it anyway, and
I
you
love
know
football.
a lot about it too. On top of it,
That's just because I like football.
exactly.
If it was up to me, I'd pick college football over
I
NFL
know
any
you would.
day.
I know you would. So
I'm not eager to watch NFL.
So then, what are some of those main differences in college versus NFL
Speed.
football?
Speed and creativity.
Creativity.
NFL is a very copycat league. So
That's how the NBA is too, technically.
everybody going to throw the ball. Everybody wants the big arm. College football, because there's so many teams that everybody's creative with their offense, RPOs, zone schemes. So, like, I'll look at Oklahoma State with Spencer Sanders and try to compare it to Alabama. Granted, these are two different teams. You're looking at Big 12 versus SEC, but it's so creative, so diverse.
No.
NFL's not that creative.
I mean, you can think it's the same thing when it comes to NBA basketball, because everybody changes with the era, and they do exactly what the era is.
Because NBA, because here's why NBA is better than college, only because college is you're still playing almost all high school kids, because it's the one and done rule, and almost everybody runs the same sets in college. But
then again, in the NBA, I feel like everybody follows whoever is the best team, because in the Warriors case, right? Three balls and stuff like that. But then everybody else started just chucking threes. And I will admit, it definitely is a little.
I think that's a tempo changer.
But I mean, that is a tempo changer.
Because you can still see two bigs on the floor. It's just now one of them bigs can shoot the ball.
But I feel like
so you can space out.
I see more traditional offenses in college compared to NBA.
Oh yeah.
Because there's just less talent, especially because people are not staying as long as well. So then they're trying to get their one and done. They're trying to run a simple offense to make sure and just rely on their stars to win. But the NBA, they kind of.
And that's why when you talk about college football and the NFL, everybody's fighting for a job, which everybody is everywhere. But that tempo and everything is different. So Pac-12 football is different from ACC football. It's a common fact. Like, they call the Pac-12 the no defense league because teams are going to put up on average 39. But it's fun to watch. ACC, yeah, you might get a couple 39s, but every 5-6 years, there's only one team that dominates in the ACC. So it's different everywhere you go. Big 12, there's no true champion until like week 9 through 12. It's so NFL, you know usually who's coming out of where, unless it's those divisions where, either every team is trash or every team is competitive. Other than that, you usually have your standard list.
I know. I love the what's up with the West teams always being really like the West divisions, like AFC West and NFC West. Of course, the NFC West got weaker now because Russell Wilson left the Seahawks, and then the AFC West, they're stacked top to bottom because now they have Russell Wilson. You got the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Chargers. The Raiders have Devontae, but I'm still interested to see how Derek Carr and Devontae are going to be because I don't trust it yet. I have to see.
Why not?
First.
They were teammates.
They were teammates, but then again, this is the NFL.
This is the NFL, but I'll give you an example, right? Playing basketball.
I want to see Devontae succeed, though.
You play basketball. Let's say you play with your homie all the way up through college. Now y'all get to the league, y'all don't play together for let's say about 7-8 years. But then y'all go to the same team. Y'all still got chemistry.
Chemistry
with
each other.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
But
that's all that matters.
Does the chemistry match the team as well?
That don't matter.
I think that does matter.
I'm gonna tell you why it don't matter because, like I said,
I'm close game situations is not gonna matter though. But throughout the game.
In the same analogy that I'm giving you, you know exactly where you want the ball passed. You know exactly where you're gonna set up.
That's true.
Your teammate, your man's, because y'all been together for however long since y'all was little tykes. You know where he gonna set up. You know where he want the ball at. You know if he drive and he come off this screen, you want the ball there. Same way with Devontae. If he sets his foot left, he wants the ball right. If he wants the ball inside, he knows where he's going to turn his head.
Aaron Rodgers was doing that pretty mighty good. But Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers, but he has a relationship with him. And
that's what matters more. Sometimes it's not about your skill.
Well, we'll see.
It's about how cool. It's about how close I am to you.
We'll see, bro.
Cooper Kupp doesn't become a triple crown without Matt Stafford. He's a great receiver, but he doesn't become a triple crown receiver without Matt Stafford. Why? Because the chemistry shows he knew exactly where he wanted the ball.
Well, I think that goes a little deeper in terms of the fact of Matt Stafford's just a better QB than freaking Jared Goff. Matt Stafford is an elite QB who just never got his shine because he was stuck in Detroit. Poverty, basically, except for when they had Megatron, but they only made to the thing. They only made the playoffs like 1 or 2 times. But I'm
saying, if you have chemistry with somebody, it's easy for you to just give them the ball without having a second guess. There is no second reaction. There's 1-2, let it go. 1-2, let it go. Even if it's a deep ball, you know where he wants it because he's done it all his life.
Derek Carr can throw. I'll give him that. He definitely has an arm.
And it's easier because look at your talent. Look at the talent that's around them. It's not just those two. It's Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. So you have Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. They got a nice offense.
Who do you really? You got to double somebody. So yeah, Devontae might not get all his numbers.
They're going to double Devontae. If Derek Carr's good enough, then he gonna still be able to give it to Devontae when he does. That's what Aaron Rodgers. That nigga was getting triple teamed. Aaron Rodgers still getting the ball. But Aaron Rodgers is one of the best ball placement people of all time.
Oh yeah.
So there's a big difference. That's why I'm like, I understand the chemistry part, but is Derek Carr's arm gonna be able to get Devontae the ball at all times?
Yes.
Almost at all times.
Yes.
Not as I don't think as much as Aaron Rodgers, but yes. I feel like
I think it'll do that and it'll do that and more.
We'll see. I'll put a pin in that. But did you saw the Bills versus Rams game yesterday?
Yeah.
Right? Them boys got trampled. Them boys got killed. The Rams got cooked by the Bills, the reigning Super Bowl champs, Rams.
Shout out to OBJ for just going there and having fun.
Yeah, he was like Bills Mafia.
Whoever won that, funny, he said whoever won that game, that's where he's going. So
he did say that.
Yeah, he made a joke about that.
Oh, that man's funny, bro. Oh, so that's why he was like at the end, Bills Mafia question mark. Oh,
you know, Vaughn. Funny. You know they Vaughn and him always been talking about it. ever since they left. He was like, "Come on." And Rams said they saved the locker room spot just for him. So
they did.
So he got choices
for Sean McVay.
Exactly. So he got options.
I mean, he got a lot of options. Overall,
He's still a top 15 receiver. Shoot, he could still be top
15?
10. He still could be top 10, honestly.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah.
I have to wait and see.
I feel like
when do you think his injury gonna be done? Probably not for a while.
He's probably
ACL, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's probably been healed up in terms of can go and practice. You just gotta trust your body.
True. And he's been through a lot, so I don't blame him for taking his time if that's what he's doing. I feel like he should take his time. Cause how old is he?
20. He's almost 30.
He's almost 30. He's probably
like
got
28. 28 now.
Probably like 3-4 years left in him. Maybe longer.
Probably 6, 7.
I mean, if he's injury prone though.
Is he though?
That's what I mean. He's a little injury prone. Like
I don't know, cause he only gets hurt. He suffers 3 real bad injuries, right? Torn ACL in the same knee, and breaking his ankle in that preseason game.
Yeah, with the Browns, right?
Nah, that was with the Giants where he broke his ankle.
Dang, bro, he was on the Giants so long.
But he still has also put up 1,000 yards numbers.
I ain't gonna lie, he was definitely balling out when he got to the Rams right away. Like it was like we were the first team to play them. Remember?
Yeah.
The Packers. We won that game. That was I wanted to play them in the playoffs so bad. Freaking 49ers, bro.
I don't think y'all would have survived though.
I think we could have beat them. I think we could have beat them. Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah, our defense is stacked, bro. Our defense is stacked, and our offense
but what does that mean if y'all only can throw the ball to one person?
Bro,
what are you not understanding about
y'all
this?
Y'all finna see this wide receiver committee this year, and y'all finna be like, dang. Bro, we could have people we could pass to, but Aaron Rodgers, he just
don't trust them other people.
Trust them enough,
and
bro.
That's their fault. Because what does that tell you? If you don't trust your receivers, what does that tell you?
But
your receivers just ain't that good.
I would trust Lazard. Lazard don't be dropping nothing.
Okay.
But then again, I can understand because Devontae was the only one who's been there.
Not just that, but your best ability is your availability.
Lazard was a little injury prone.
Exactly.
I will admit that.
So you are proving my point.
And I'm not gonna lie, I saw that Matt LaFleur, as Stephen A would say, he said, yeah, we really don't have a number one right now. Exactly. Even though Lazard has been saying like I'm ready to step up.
You're not.
So we'll see. But what Sunday/Monday matchup are you looking forward to the most going into the season? I have a few off top. You have any you want to say right away?
Not off the top yet.
All right, so I would say for me, and I'm gonna wait.
Now I gotta pull it up.
I have Chiefs versus Cardinals. I definitely want to see that. No. The reason why I want to see it though is again I'm a storyline guy.
What is your storyline going into
this?
that?
But this plays into this as well. So for Chiefs and Cards, right? Mahomes without his top receiver, he still got Kelsey, he still got McCole Hardman, still has some other people I can't name off the top of my head right now. But he's Juju Smith-Schuster. So just new faces,
TikTok.
new places, TikTok. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what that offense is gonna look like. I feel like it's gonna look very similar. I think McCole Hardman is gonna play a much bigger role. Along with Juju, but Kelsey's still the number one target. I think he's always been number one target, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see how they play, and I'm also interested to see Marquise Brown on that Cardinals team. I want to see, is he gonna do something right away? Plus, I have him on my fantasy team on 2 of them, or maybe 3 of them. I am in 4 fantasy leagues, by the way. 3 of them for money, but I'm interested to see how Kyler Murray plays after that horribly disappointing into the year that they had. He was in MVP runnings and then he
folded,
fell off the earth. Whole Cardinals team fell off the earth. I'm interested to see also, will that wide receiver core of the Cardinals be able to uphold and withstand until Hopkins comes back? About 6 games in.
They can.
I know, but I'm still interested because they don't have Christian Kirk anymore. Also, and,
that's cool.
But I'm just saying, Christian Kirk, he was really good for them.
Rondell Moore,
he was good for them. Who?
That's your replacement, Rondell Moore.
He's new.
They drafted him last year.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And he was balling.
I'm interested.
And he caught he didn't drop as many passes as Christian Kirk. Let's just say that.
Okay, that's why but you see why I'm interested in the game.
I feel you.
So you have one off top?
Oh yeah. So I'm very broad. I'm going with every AFC West matchup. I want to see Chargers new defense.
That's what I forgot. Chargers Raiders. That's what I forgot.
Chargers new defense.
Yeah.
How they look.
J.C. Jackson's injured.
That's cool. That's cool. Reason why I say that's cool is because Khalil Mack. Him and Joey Bosa.
I forgot they got him.
Exactly.
Like, it's so under the radar, bro.
Him and Joey Bosa, Derwin James.
Who did they give the Bears for him again?
Nobody.
Bro, what do the Bears be doing sometimes, bro? And I don't care because I'm a Packers fan, but still, I just be like, what do y'all be doing?
So I'm chilling. I want to see the Chargers. I want to see how they perform in their division.
And then the Raiders on top of that.
Raiders, we already hit on that.
Devontae and stuff.
And then Russ, Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Broncos country.
That's more important to me, only because of.
I love it. Stupid though.
That's more important to me because that's a team that was built to win, and they just need a quarterback.
That's what I've been telling people, bro.
They have a young receiving core,
bro. That team. And people be talking
Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton.
But the reason why people be saying that is because
KJ Hamler.
in the basketball football chat, there's Chargers fan in there. The Chargers fans are my cousins, and then Delonte, who was on the podcast earlier, and they be like, bro, nobody worried about the Broncos. I'm like, bro, I've seen the
Everybody
Broncos.
should be worried about the Broncos.
Bro, the Broncos just needed a QB.
Bradley Chubb
I know
on
I'm
defense.
not tripping, bro. I know I'm not tripping.
Pastor Tane Jr.
I know. I remember that.
So yeah,
name.
everybody should be worried about.
Bro, they have Jared Jeudy, who's been I said hoping, but balling.
Mm-hmm.
I have Jared Jeudy and Cortland Sutton on the same thing, or not? You know what I meant.
Yeah.
But I have both of them on one of my teams, and everybody's like, I don't want them. I'm like, are you sure? Because Russ is giving them the ball. I'm not worried about Russ. Are you sure? Russ, every time when healthy, has proven he is a top tier QB. So what do you mean you're not worried about Russell Wilson? Like he's not dangerous Wilson.
Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams in the back.
Melvin Gordon still too.
Javonte Williams in the back.
Another Wisconsin alumni as well.
Yeah. And then not specifically a matchup, but a team that I'm interested in is Atlanta. I'm very interested in.
Who's their QB?
Mariota. Mariota's QB.
Right.
However, I'm more interested because of the backup. Desmond Ridder, out of Cincinnati.
Okay, I was going to say
20-something and 0 his whole college career. Never lost a game until the college football playoffs.
Interesting.
He did not lose a single game.
Who do you play in the college playoffs?
Bama.
Oh, unfortunate. How much did they lose by?
I think they only lost by two scores.
All things considered, that's not bad.
So, yeah.
Did he look good?
Oh, he looked phenomenal.
He looked good in the game?
Oh, yeah. And even in the preseasons, he looked fantastic.
Okay.
So, Atlanta.
Who's the wide receivers, though?
Drake London.
I remember
Kyle
that
Pitts. They got 2 6'6" guys.
Kyle Pitts is the tight end, right?
Yep, but they're going to line him up at receiver. Then you got Cordell Patterson. So, I'm interested in seeing Atlanta just to see the improvement and the growth.
The rebuilding. And I love that for them because they've been trying to hold on to Matt Ryan for a while.
Has nothing to do with playoffs. It's just
interested.
Yeah.
Okay. That's valid. I did have two more. Packers Vikings because I'm a Packers fan, and of course but it's more than that. Nobody gives a shit about the Vikings.
I do.
I don't give a shit.
I do.
Sorry, they're in my division, and I have some Vikings.
Let's
people
talk about the
who
Vikings.
Talk shit. Well, okay. What's up with the Vikings? Jay Jetta. I love him.
Dalvin,
he's really
when healthy, is elite.
Adam Thielen is a dog.
The defense is crazy.
They got Darius now.
Pat Pete came back. So we not about to just talk about them like they're irrelevant now.
See, it's just I just don't trust Kirk Cousins.
That's
never
okay.
have and never will.
That's okay.
And that's the one thing that I feel like that's holding him back. You saw Michael Irvin put him as his MVP for the season.
He could be.
If he can stop doing stupid stuff, maybe yeah.
Anything can happen in the NFL in terms of like catching hot at the right time.
That's true. That's true.
With how Minnesota is preparing, you don't need Kirk Cousins to be Superman.
They do have a lot of like weapons. I will admit, if I look, past
I wasn't even just focused on the offense. I was talking about the defense.
The defense has always been a pain in my side. I will admit that.
They are flyers.
Yeah, they got a nice defense.
They will fly for that ball. And you talking about against Green Bay, a team with no number one receiver. So a Minnesota defense that can just go man coverage and send
Romeo Doubs looking nice.
And can send 6 to 7 blitzes, a 6 to 7 man blitz every play with no true receiver who can get separation.
I mean, we got a top O line though. Don't forget that.
6 to 7 versus 7 versus 5. Who wins?
I know.
7 versus 6. Who wins?
I mean, but you got to remember, you still change the schemes. I mean,
you
whatever
can change
you're
the
doing
scheme
to get more blockers and things of that nature, or get the ball out quicker.
Which means there's less receivers on the field, less options.
I feel like it doesn't matter when it's Aaron Rodgers as much.
It does matter.
I mean, it does matter, but I
see
what you're saying though.
We can make you scared at all times of the day.
We'll see about that.
And yet you try to say fuck them like they didn't matter.
Fuck the Vikings.
They matter.
Fuck the Vikings,
matter,
bro.
They matter.
You know they be like fuck Boston. No, fuck Vikings.
That's cool, but they matter. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat you guys twice.
Kirk Cousins always.
I wouldn't be surprised if they beat y'all twice.
You know, we always do have problems with Dalvin Cook when healthy.
Exactly.
Actually, even when he's not healthy, we've had problems with that, man. I will admit that because I remember, like, you know, because at home, you know, your team, your family, they watch the games and stuff, and sometimes I'd just be sitting there like, can y'all tackle this man? Like,
no.
I was like, bro, can y'all just tackle him?
They can't.
Like, because remember the last like 2-3 years, we had problems with people just making ground tackles, and when we went against top running backs, that was a problem.
And y'all lost a couple pieces on defense. That was really important to that front four.
But we had to pay people.
Okay, sacrifices. I understand
sacrifices, and I feel like our defense is still top tier. So we have a lot of people who do not have to be under contract for a while, and so
that's because they're young, and that's because you're only talking about your secondary.
I know our secondary is really elite. I will say middle of the field,
where y'all get beat up the most on crossing routes.
That's true.
Deep digs, and the occasional skinny post.
But we have people who can get to the ball, who get to the quarterback.
That's cool.
We have people who can really make an impact.
That's cool.
I'm just interested for the season, but the reason why I put the Packers-Vikings for the Packers side, of course, is I want to see Aaron Rodgers with a wider receiving core and see
Perk Rodgers. Huh? Perk Rodgers.
Chill.
He's the new Perk Angle.
When I heard he was doing perks, bro, I was like,
he's the new Perk Angle.
I was like, what? Wait, Kurt Angle was doing perks?
Oh, Kurt Angle was on super drugs at the time.
Nah,
you ain't know Kurt Angle was on drugs?
It looked like it.
Yeah, he's sober now. That man used to pop pain. He was on perks, crazy.
I hope he wasn't doing needles, bro.
Nah, he wasn't doing needles, but he was definitely popping perks. Okay. That's how that nickname Perk Angle was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, that was so real.
That's funny as shit. But I'm into. You know about Romeo Doubs?
Yeah.
On the Packers.
I
like the promise of him. I still have yet to see Christian Watson because he was injured. I want to see Lazard improve and get better. I want to see how the defense looks first game against a very tough offense. Again, even though I don't like Kirk Cousins because he's just not. I mean, it's not the fact that I don't like him. He is a game manager. He's a game manager, and he makes things difficult because he usually makes the right play. But it's when it gets closer down the line, sometimes. When he has to make a play, that's when he starts to mess up usually. But that's why I'm interested in that Packers versus Vikings game. Again, although I have dislike for the Vikings as a whole, I do know that they are a legit team, and if they had like an elite quarterback, oh, I'd be so afraid. I wouldn't be afraid, but I would be a lot more worried.
Kirk playing for a contract, ain't he? Or did he just re-up?
That's a good question, and I don't.
Because that changes everything. Because if he's playing for a contract, we could possibly see the best Kirk we've ever seen. We could possibly see the best Kirk Cousins we've ever seen.
I think Josh Allen's got that locked up. I think Josh Allen got MVP locked up.
Does he?
At this
I want him to, but
I want him to as well.
You never know.
Bro. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. But the last one, which kind of segues into the next topic as well, is Browns versus Panthers.
Yeah.
And this is your time. We talked about the Browns. Talk about your guy Baker, man. I'm gonna let you spill, bro.
Mr. Hold His Nuts. That's my guy. There's not a lot of white people I root for in this world, and he's one of them. I think he needed it. Fresh start.
Definitely.
You put
Captain.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was really crazy.
I think everybody knew that was his job though. Once he got there, it don't matter. He kind of can play free now. He doesn't have to worry about the scrutiny behind him. Because let's really think about it. Not only did you go to the playoffs, you won a playoff game, and people still ain't respect you. Come on now, that's a little crazy to me.
I just feel like it was a team game.
That's cool, but who also threw three touchdowns in the first half?
You're right.
Not ran. Nick Chubb might have had some good runs, but not ran a touchdown.
Chubb was Nick Chubb. Not what? Nick Chubb is elite,
but
he's elite.
They threw 3 touchdowns, not ran 3 touchdowns, threw 3 touchdowns.
You're correct.
Which meant they needed his arm, which meant he was just as important than what they tried to make him out to be.
Nick Chubb was more important now.
Nick Chubb, yeah.
Nick Chubb was more important than Baker.
Nick Chubb is only more important because of you can hold the ball longer.
I guess you could say that.
Less things can go wrong when you hand the ball off.
Well, less things could go wrong if Baker would make some boneheaded plays sometimes.
That's also true.
So
Baker has still played as if he's trying to win a game and they're down by 50 at Oklahoma. Like, that's who he is. That's who he is. If we're going to be honest,
that's kind of accurate.
Baker Mayfield has played every game the same way he's played since he left Texas Tech.
He's going to
run out the pocket.
A chip on his shoulder.
He's going to run out the pocket. He's going to try to extend the play as long as he can.
Yeah.
Only difference is the game is just a little bit faster, and you can no longer be that immature about it.
I feel like he's definitely going to look more mature on this team.
Yes, and I think this is the first time teammates like him. Because, you know, Cleveland, they backed him, but nobody really said, oh, that's my guy. People in Carolina actually banging with him. They're like, shoot, he come in, he do the job, he get the job done. He put the ball where he needs. Is it, though?
Carolina as a whole, like, I classify them as, like, since Cam left, I classify them as, like, a mid-team. Like, they have some nice They
were top 15 in defense last year.
Top 15.
Top 15 in defense. Mid. But if you go specifics, they were top 5 in run defense, which means you couldn't run on them. Okay. They were top 10 in passing defense, which means, yeah, you could throw the ball on them occasionally. Okay. But you wasn't about to do so much. It was mainly the offense that was the problem.
I know. I know, because they had no QB. They had no consistent QB. Because
and Christian McCaffrey was hurt, and they tried to...
Who's their QB?
Sam?
It was before him. There was a black dude.
Cam?
No, it was somebody else, bro.
Williams.
You know who I'm talking
about.
about.
PJ Walker.
Bro, yes.
Is it PJ Walker?
It was him, but there was someone else.
Black.
It wasn't Jameis. It was
Teddy.
Thank you.
Talking about
Teddy Bridgewater, bro.
Teddy
and
B.
I had him. I had faith in him, and he did not. He did not. Because I had him on fantasy. Because I was pissed every week because that was my starting QB.
Teddy B was cool
between him and Joe Burrow because I picked my QB late.
You should have. Why you ain't start Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow was inconsistent.
Come on, bro. That's Joe Shiesty.
In terms of his points. In terms of his points, he was inconsistent.
That's Joe Shiesty, though.
In terms of his points, he was inconsistent.
Bro, he's a walk-in 20-piece.
Bro, bro, how you gonna tell? This is my fantasy team, and I'm looking at it.
I've lost fantasy games because of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you're right.
No, like I've lost against him, like because he's Joe Shiesty. He's Joe
Shiesty.
He's Joe motherfucking Shiesty, son.
Joe Shiesty.
But yeah, back to Carolina. I think this is what everybody need, especially Matt Rule's on the hot seat. So regardless of how this season looks, he might get fired.
Third season?
Mm-hmm. The owner of Carolina has had a short fuse since he's bought the team. Dave Tepper has always been on like
since when?
What he bought the team? What was that? Cams last year in Carolina in terms of being a starter with him and Ron Rivera.
2016 or 17.
Yeah, like 2018.
18. Okay, so about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so I think you could expect Baker to just have fun. You know,
I'm excited for him.
I think that's also people didn't want to set Johnny Manziel, the antics from the talent. Granted, Baker's a better quarterback.
Way better.
But when you look at the antics versus the talent, if you got all these progressive commercials but you're not winning, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I think the progressive commercials ruined them to an extent because people are like, because now you got the joke of, bro.
But who was talking about Cleveland until Baker got there?
Nobody.
Myles Garrett was there, but people wasn't talking about Cleveland.
I love Myles Garrett. He's funny guy, bro. And it's crazy because although he did the helmet thing, like everybody talks about, he's really just a really chill guy.
Yeah.
And that's always
But let's really put this in perspective. No one talked about Cleveland until Baker got there.
I will admit that is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Like, so who's really bringing in the attention? The city of Cleveland, Ohio, could not drink a single beer until Baker got there. So, who are we talking? It's not, Nick Chubb got there. Jarvis got there. Myles Garrett got there.
I will give you that.
It was, you did not touch a beer until Baker won the game.
I'll give you that. I would definitely give you that. They started talking about him from there, and then they finally started building the team up. That's why they got Odell. That's why they got Jarvis Landry. That I did love that for them.
And I think Baker works better in an organic formula. When we look at that Odell stint, I think what went wrong was the trying to force the ball to Odell too many times.
Yes, and then just stop passing to him at that point.
Yeah, let it come natural. Because when he wasn't there, Baker was the most efficient quarterback.
And Jarvis Landry was getting a lot of targets.
Him and Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yes, he loved passing it to people.
And David Njoku.
He legitimately loved passing it to
And he always threw it
Jones.
downfield. Which meant he had the best deep ball in any pass that went over 20 yards.
Interesting.
He had the best intermediate ball. Only thing he didn't excel in was the short ball.
Interesting. But I want to step away from Baker because I know you, and I know you got your spiel out, bro. You convinced me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely I'm excited to see what he can do. He's not gonna be scrutinized as much anymore.
If they win, though,
he's on a different team.
If they win week 1, it's up.
You think they can make the playoffs?
Playoffs, no. Why? It's because you still got to play against Tom Brady and Jameis Winston.
Well, there's one more spot now, and the Seahawks are gone, but the NFC West is still a little stacked.
So
they're probably gonna get 2 or 3 people. You got the Packers are a shoo-in. Vikings are probably gonna make it.
Are the Packers a shoo-in though?
Yes.
Are they though?
Undisputable.
Now if the Vikings beat y'all twice,
who else? Wouldn't even matter. We'd still be our strength of schedule is never that strong.
I'll watch you guys get the wild card spot and I'll laugh.
I'll be okay with the wild card spot. I'm sick of getting a number 1, number 2 seed. I want to be like how the Bucks just got a middle high seed and just kept it pushing. That's what I need right now.
Okay.
Because we just keep messing up. I just make the playoffs and do what you got to do.
Here's why I need right now. The NFC itself is so convoluted and complex. You go.
AFC is better right now though.
NFC
is top heavy though.
AFC is better overall, but the reason why I say the NFC is so complex, almost every division you could look at 2 teams who can win.
Yeah.
Not only just their division, but also the playoffs.
Yeah, like the Super Bowl for real.
Like even when you look at the NFC East and you be like, well, Dallas, Philly, Washington.
Philly's supposed to be good this year.
Yeah, but when you look at that, you be like, if Philly won the division, that means either Dallas or Washington can make wild card.
Potentially.
But then you can say that for every team in the NFC, though. So even when you go NFC South, you go, all right, Brady probably going to win the division, but Jameis and the Saints could probably make the wild card. Baker has a chance and Carolina has a chance, but there's so many alternatives.
Yeah, you still got because if you see you go everyone Buccaneers, Saints, Dallas and Eagles definitely would be the two in that one. Packers, Vikings, 3 people in NFC West: 49ers, Cardinals, and Rams. Did I miss a division? Yeah. So
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that kind of because we're talking about the whole league as a whole, we got some old faces in new places.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked about Baker, we talked about Devontae, we talked about Deshaun, we talked about Russ, but you also have Tyreek Hill. You have and on the Dolphins, you got Matt Ryan on the
Matty
on the
Ice.
Colts. That was the one. I was trying to ask somebody the other day when I was drafting the Colts. I was like, "Yo,
he's my
when I was
backup.
drafting them,
He's my backup.
That's an interesting backup because he always gets yards. He always gets yards and he always gets touchdowns. Especially since he has Jonathan Taylor, he's gonna get more. So.
And Michael Pittman.
Yeah, I know. But Matt Ryan on the Colts, Carson Wentz on the Commanders, Christian Kirk on the Jaguars,
AJ Brown in Philly.
AJ Brown in Philly. That's another one that I forgot about, and I have him on 2 of my fantasy teams. I think.
So many people moving. We talked about Khalil Mack with the Chargers.
Yeah.
We just seen Von Miller the other day against him Buffalo. He went crazy.
Killed them niggas, bro. And I'm thinking this man close to wash. No, he's not.
I don't know why everybody be thinking that.
Because you just be like, bro, he's been here for a while. He like 30 something.
So?
He killing niggas though, bro.
It don't matter.
And talking about what's her name was flirting with retirement. You heard about that? The Aaron Donald stuff during
Oh,
the game.
yeah.
He was talking about that. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was flirting with retirement.
Oh no, we knew. We knew.
How old is he?
28.
He could play for like 3-4 more years if he wanted
That don't matter. You will go down as one. He's already submitted himself as one of the best defensive players of all time. So what else are you to do?
And he got his ring now.
That was literally the last thing on his list. You got your Defense Player of the Year awards. You got your All Pros.
He almost got MVP.
Exactly.
He was really close.
You got your All Pros. So what is there left for you to do? Just go get a ring.
I felt that. So then that kind of leads me to the next one. We got 3 more little topics real quick. But I told you top 5 dark horse contenders going into this season. So besides the top heavies or the 2 teams that played last night, the Rams and the Bills. Now you have the Buccaneers, or I guess for me would be the Packers. Somebody besides the Packers. Or just like Chiefs or
I got you.
Chargers. Chargers I think they're almost solidified as one of the top teams right now on paper at the very least. So who are those top 5 contenders dark horse contenders that you got?
I'm gonna start number 1. Colts. Defense is really good.
Elite one.
Offense is very good, and they're always just a quarterback away. And I think Matt Ryan's in the right place in the right system. So that's number 1. Number two, Vegas Raiders.
I thought about putting them on. I thought about it.
I think they don't get enough credit and enough respect for what they're building. But when you really look at it, there's always a number 3 team that, if done well, can possibly win their division.
That's true. That is very true. Those number 3, number 4 spots definitely are interesting.
Number 3,
and the wild cards.
We're going with New Orleans.
I thought about that.
I think Jameis can really put it together. Michael Thomas is healthy. The defense has always been solid. Granted, you just got rid of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
What's the position?
Safety.
Okay.
And you traded him to Philly. But I think they could get it done. Number 4, San Francisco. I know people don't really look at them as dark horses, but you gotta think about it. This is a team that was just in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and their quarterback play was always shoddy. So how do we know?
Yeah, who's better, Kirk or Jimmy?
I'll take Kirk.
Yeah, I'm taking Kirk.
I'll take Kirk.
I think if you have Kirk Cousins, you might win that Super Bowl.
I take Kirk only because he'll actually throw the deep ball.
Yes, he will. I mean, it might not go in the right spot, but at least he'll throw it. He don't care. Jimmy played too conservative, and then when he actually does have to throw the deep ball, he has no confidence in it.
And number 5 to round it out, Washington. And you gotta roll with me. Reason why I say they're number 5.
What?
Roll with me on this.
Okay. Shout out to James, Corey, Lang. Who else I know is Commanders fans, and all you other PG and DC niggas.
Roll with me on this, right?
Oh, and my cousin Wayne.
They made it to the playoffs 2 years ago with a quarterback they found not off the street, but who was playing in the AFL?
Cowboys were injured. The Eagles were trying to figure their stuff out.
Hold on now. That's not just the reason. They took Brady to their limit.
Who else is in that division?
Giants.
And Giants are Giants. Okay, never mind.
They took Brady to their limit with Taylor Heineke. Then we fast forward to just this past season.
He's a Commanders fan.
They still won games with Taylor Heineke, who is a very Brett Favre-style-esque quarterback. Not Brett Favre-esque talent, Brett Favre-esque style, because he was just slinging that rock.
To an extent, because he'd be like, oh, Terry somewhere down there.
Exactly.
Like Terry McLaurin somewhere down there. Let me just launch that bitch. I ain't gonna lie, yeah.
So now you actually get a quarterback when, actually not even when healthy.
That reminds me of Kirk Cousins more than anything now.
No.
Sometimes.
No.
Or
you want to know
Matt
why?
Stafford with
you want to know why?
What's the name?
You want to know why? Because Taylor is the same quarterback who'll throw an interception just like Brett Favre has done, and then go back on the next drive and throw the cleanest drive you've ever seen.
I'll give you that.
So now let's look at the talent of Washington,
and that's
right?
why he's a backup, because he just he does his room for error just isn't as
it's not yeah. So now let's look at the talent, right? You get a quarterback who only threw 7 interceptions last year. Let's focus on that.
He's still
no.
QB.
Let's focus on. Let's focus on that. He only threw 7 interceptions.
Talking about Carson Wentz, by the way.
He still was. He still led the NFL in passing touchdowns. He was top 5 in passing touchdowns.
He was. I didn't know that.
So now let's look at the talent around him. You have a top 10 receiver.
Terry McLaurin is so tough.
You have a running back by committee system. With Gibson, Brian Robinson, J.D. McKissick.
McKissick is nice.
So you got a 3-headed monster back there. Curtis Samuel. Rookie that you just drafted, Jahan Dotson.
Who's the tight end?
Logan Thomas,
really good, top tier tight end when healthy, because he was not healthy last season like that. Because I had him on my fantasy team.
And like I said, you got Jahan Dotson out of Penn State, who didn't drop a ball.
Okay, I can see what you mean.
And your biggest questions come on defense, and it's not the O line. It's not the D line. It's literally the secondary. You don't have Landon Collins anymore. You got Cam Curl. You got Fuller. Can they actually cover their man? In zone, can you stay in front? The linebackers don't look bad.
Okay. I'll give you. Okay.
When you hear it out,
okay.
It does not sound bad.
I'll give it to you. That's after looking at it a little bit more. That's cool.
You can't just go off. Oh, they were trash last season. Yeah, of course they were trash last season, but they were trash enough to where they still finished 3rd and was only 2-3 games below 500.
All things considered, okay, I guess. But let me get into my top 5 dark horse. Eagles. I feel like they have a lot of things coming together at the right time. My friend Delonte, when he was on the podcast,
they're winning the division.
He opened my eyes. Jalen Hurts is going into his 3rd year technically, right? Their wide receiver, what's his name again? Devonta Smith, and they also got his buddy as well, right? In the draft. No, they got AJ. They got AJ Brown. Sorry, AJ Brown.
Yeah, they traded for AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. Miles Sanders is still there. They've always
one of the best O lines.
They've always been just a solid team. Like the Eagles have always been a solid team. Also, shout out Bryant and my other friend Deshaun, and all the other Philly niggas. They're a legit team. And like at first when Delonte said it, I wasn't I was like, but kind of like how Darius made his spiel. The Eagles
is a complete package.
Like they have a complete team, and when a complete team has those wide receivers and that offense that can just do a little bit more extra, as we saw with the Bengals last year.
It's not even that.
That's a challenge right there.
They defense.
They
drafted Jordan Davis.
What position?
D-line. So it's him and Fletcher Cox in the middle.
Fletcher Cox is nice. I know that, man. But next, Bengals, of course, still, I don't count them as a contender because I have to see it again. But I'm interested by them because Joe Burr. Ravens, they're about to have a healthy team again, and we know with them healthy, they are a top tier team in the league, especially with Lamar Jackson. Give Lamar his money, hurry up and do it. 49ers, as you said before, we don't need to get into it, but also you didn't talk about the quarterback situation a little bit, and I love how they're okay with it. Like, all the QBs are okay with it.
I don't know if they're okay with it.
I'm talking about they're okay with it to a point like, yo, we're here. We'll figure out what happens. Trey Lance, I like the idea of him and what he could potentially do. Jimmy Garoppolo is there. If I was them, I would just trade him. But I understand how they're just saying we're not going to get a good enough. Nobody wants him, so they're just going to let him hit free agency because somebody's going to pick him up eventually. So I understand it. And then also my last one, their quarterback was just their second-year QB was just recently named the captain, just his second year. I think you know what I'm talking about. Mac Jones with the Patriots, because the Patriots are always a sound team, and they finally addressed their wide receiver problem to an extent. I said to an extent.
That's why they're shaky.
But that's, you saw how good they were last year.
Oh yeah,
and I with a quarterback that's gonna be even better than what he was last year, 9 times out of 10, because he's just gonna keep improving. He's going to get the green light to kind of throw the ball a little bit more. Here's my thing. I like the idea of what they can be, and they still have Bill Belichick, who is one of the greatest quarterbacks.
And that's my problem.
Greatest head coach of all time.
And I think that's my problem, right? I don't think they're doing enough to build for Mac.
They definitely could do more.
Because we could just compare quarterbacks.
The twin just retired, though. The twin on defense.
Oh, McCourty?
Yeah.
Just to compare, when you look at the draft that just happened, another quarterback in their division got way more help, and he's not even playing in the first 4 weeks.
Which
Zach Wilson for the Jets.
Right.
They added so much more talent around him.
But that's like the Patriots and the Packers. Why did they do that? Like, why did they do that, bro? Like, they be like, no, we'll just build everything else around. I'm like, bro, forget that. Give them weapons.
Old school mindset.
If you gave Aaron Rodgers some more weapons, bro, we'd be good, man. If you gave Mac Jones, Aaron Jones ain't Aaron Rodgers, but still having more weapons allows for more options, allows for more things for you guys to do, allows for more creativity, as he was talking about earlier. Like, oh, bro, they gotta stop doing that, man. They gotta stop.
I'm just saying, Zach Wilson might be better than Mac Jones.
I cannot agree or disagree until I see it for real, because I just don't watch enough of those two teams to really know for real. But as we just did dark horse contenders, who are your main contenders going into the year though?
Oh, Chargers, Bills.
Yeah, Chargers, Bills. Yep, I have those two.
Philly.
That's
Philly. I might guarantee that they running the table in the NFC East.
Oh, really?
Philly might have the best chance to run in the NFC East.
I like the idea of Dallas still, because Dallas is just always floating around.
No,
but they're always floating around.
That's the problem.
But that's why
floating
I say
don't
they're
make
always
you good.
Floating around.
Floating does not make you good.
I ain't calling them a contender. I'm just saying, just in general, for the NFC East specifically, and just being a playoff team again.
I got the Cardinals. Cardinals, they can run the table too.
That's why I didn't put them in dark horse or contenders, because I just was like, I was just like,
Yeah,
because they have to show me that they can do something again, because they fumbled the egg, would drop the egg. What's the saying again?
Oh, they dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball, but there's an egg one. I don't remember which one it was, but
and And yeah, I think I can round out my list with Baltimore. I think Baltimore can definitely run the table.
Okay. Rams?
Mm-mm. Here's why, though.
I was going to say,
the history of any team that has went to the Super Bowl and who has won the Super Bowl, they usually falter the following year.
I've seen it. I've seen it a lot. I'm not going to lie. I definitely.
And the only team that was able to maintain greatness was the Patriots.
Considering history, I get that. But for me, I definitely have the Rams in there. I have the Bills in there. Just when you have top tier quarterbacks, specifically with the Chiefs and the Packers, I still have to put them in there out of respect because anything can happen because they can make it happen.
That's true.
And so that's why, as a Packers fan, that's why we always just have we have him. Granted, when he leaves, I don't know what we're gonna do right
Jordan
now.
Love.
I like the idea of Jordan Love, and he definitely is getting better. But I just hope we don't get rid of Jordan Love before Aaron Rodgers leaves.
No, you better enjoy them 5 years. He about to sit down. You better enjoy these 5 years.
This is the best situation for Jordan Love anyway because he's building a culture. Granted, but he's getting paid to just sit there. So
he ain't had to go first.
And
y'all had to spend y'all first round on him.
I know because he still would have been available 9 times out of 10. I'm still pissed about that. But
Dang.
Hey, we move on. And Aaron Rodgers, he said he has a great relationship with Jordan Love, so I'm cool with it. I just because we've seen how with Tom Brady with Jimmy Garoppolo. Or Brett Favre over Aaron Rodgers at a certain point. So I just hope that we keep the good relationship going, keep building this core. Plus, it's good that we have this young wide receiver core also because Jordan also gets to grow with them as well.
Those same group of guys that didn't show up.
What you mean?
And for what was it? Early training camp. None of them receivers showed up.
They didn't.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh shoot, I didn't read that.
I remember that.
I'm into Packers.
I remember that. Only reason why I remember that is because Devontae was supposed to get a new contract. Rodgers wasn't there. It was minicamp.
Yeah, Rodgers wasn't there for
the receivers wasn't there
either. I don't
either.
remember why it was. No, Rodgers had the golf thing, but he had some other stuff too.
But it was minicamp, so he didn't have to go.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but everybody was like, "We're making a big deal." I'm like, bro, that man has been in the league forever, bro. Like y'all niggas be okay, bro. I mean, Brady didn't attend training camp at some point because he's old and family time or other stuff. So that's whatever. But
Do what you gotta do.
Oh, and also the Chargers. We talked about Chargers also.
Yeah.
I love the idea. Also, just talk a little bit about Justin Herbert and how that man is a dog.
Well,
that man is a dog.
I knew he was a dog though.
Ever since I saw him kill my Wisconsin Badgers in the right before he got drafted in the I don't remember what bowl it was. But he torched our shit.
Oh yeah, he
torched our shit.
That nigga put up
bro.
What 3? He put up 326.
Because I was like, it was Oregon. I was like, okay, this isn't like super good Oregon, but I was like,
it was good Oregon.
No, but it wasn't like top 4 Oregon. So that's why I was just like, I was like, man, we gonna be good. And then next thing I know, I'm like, who's this white boy? It ain't Justin matter because
Oregon.
I was like, who is this dude,
culture.
bro? He was cooking us.
Oregon is built on speed culture. It ain't matter. They was going.
Oh, okay. So now that makes sense as to why. Because I ain't gonna lie, he ran all over us. That's literally what happened. I remember
speed culture.
And he could throw. And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, bro. But
there's certain people I don't have to worry about. Herbo's one of them. I was
and
like,
they got good wide receivers. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen.
I was like, wherever you go,
who's
you about the ball out.
Who's the tight end?
I don't know. It's not registering right now. But they don't use them that often.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. If they had an elite tight end along with their top 2 wide receivers, woo, it'd be even more of a problem. Because Herbert is a gunslinger.
Shout out to my boy J Herbo.
Gunslinger, man. But last topic that I got for this special football episode. What are your favorite Super Bowl matchups that you want to see? Something exciting, something fun. And the Buccaneers are not in any of these because they do not play exciting or fun football, in my opinion.
I want to see a college-esque Super Bowl. I want Chargers versus Cardinals. A lot of RPOs, a lot of motions.
That could be really
a lot of flying around.
Yeah, definitely a lot of flying around for sure.
That would be really fun to me.
That'd be fun.
If I do want like 3 yards in a cloud of dust, if I'm feeling it, if the world was perfect, I still want to see Baltimore run that rock
against.
I want to see Baltimore run that rock against Philly. I want to see two birds go at it. They both got some good running offenses. I'm not gonna lie.
They have Miles Sanders and who else on the Eagles? There's another running back on.
I know who you talking about, but I cannot think of his name.
You know what I'm talking about? Because they did a little bit of committee last year. I had them both on my roster a little bit. I don't remember his name. I really don't remember his name.
Those be the two that I really want to watch. But like I said, as far as like just all out fun, that like I'll watch it and it doesn't feel like an NFL game. Definitely Chargers versus Cardinals.
That'd be really fire.
Good defenses too.
Definitely nice defenses. I mean, JJ Watt gotta stay healthy.
Chandler Jones.
They do have him.
Buda Baker.
They got chased down.
That's cool.
Hilarious. Like he really got chased down. Like that man. He said. He ran like the dude in Get Out.
You gotta look like this. DK placed 5th in the Olympic trials.
No, I know that is insane.
So, was any of that surprising after a while?
No, it wasn't. But it just
was
when it happened, we was like, everybody started doing the research. They was like,
and DK weighed more than everybody on that Olympic trial race.
DK is an insane man, bro.
Shout out to my boy DeKalen.
That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Shout out to your black name, bro. But my favorite Super Bowl matchups, Packers Chiefs. I have to see it. I need it. I want it so bad. I want to see.
I don't think it'll be fun no more.
I think
I don't think it will be fun no more.
I mean, yeah, without the top wide receivers, I think it definitely is interesting. But they still have also.
Not just
I forgot
that.
about what the Packers for you saying them. Robert Tonyan is back, and he's
nice.
He was like. He would get our touchdowns. Like we would get all the way to the end zone, and he'd just get open.
Here's why I don't think it will be fun anymore.
But he was injured last year.
I don't think it will be fun anymore because it's supposed to be a passing of the guard moment, and now we don't have that no more. We've already had the Brady.
We got cheated.
You feel me?
We got cheated by Buccaneers versus Packers.
And that was the passing of the guard right there.
Y'all saw that passing interference. Like, we all saw it, bro. We all saw it. And they just let it go.
Yeah.
And then also Matt LaFleur didn't go for it. But that's a whole other thing. I don't want to get into it. I'm over it. I'm not over it, but I'm over it.
But didn't Drew Brees get cheated out of a passing interference call too?
He did as well.
So you feel me? Like, that passing of the guard moment has
Everybody but Brady gets cheated. I don't get it.
It's already happened. Like,
whatever.
When Mahomes beat him in the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl, he's like, oh, that's the chain of the guard right there. Now, if it would have been, okay, Mahomes beats the Patriots and then he beats Rodgers, then at the time, that would have been
official.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now we too far into it and we already seen the chain of the guard.
But I still want to see it. Like, I just... It's like how you want to see Lakers versus Clippers still, even though like essentially it's over.
Ain't nobody wanted to see no Lakers versus Clippers.
Everybody wanted to see it, bro.
Ain't nobody.
They was pushing that narrative crazy, bro. But I'm gonna talk about that in NBA when the NBA season starts.
Ain't nobody coming to see them.
But I want to see Chargers Rams, and I definitely want to see Bills Rams as well. I mean, I don't even know if I want to see Bills Rams anymore after what I just saw, but that'll be later down the year. But also one last thing I kind of want to talk about.
I could go Bills Packers.
That would be that'd be
just
good.
Gunslinging it.
But that's why I want Chiefs Packers because the gunslinging, man. Oh, I forgot they got Marquez Valdez-Scantling from us too. Yeah. The Chiefs do. That's one person I forgot to mention. It's
just see some gunslinging.
Yeah, but that's what I kind of want to segue a little bit into AFC conference championship matchups because there are a lot of gunslingers in the AFC compared to the NFC. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, even Lamar can sling that thing sometimes. Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson now. That's 6.
It might be Mitchell Trubisky.
No comment.
I'm just saying.
Jalen Hurts can sling the ball a little bit too. Like they got some gunslingers. Also, I forgot about Dak Prescott, but nobody cares about them.
Tua could sling that rock.
Stop it.
Shoot
me,
boy. Shoot me.
Stop it.
Shoot me.
Stop it, bro.
You must not know Tua.
Stop it, bro.
You must not know
man,
Tua.
that man be throwing wobbly passes to Tyreek every. That man be down the field. Tyreek be having to slow down. That'd be killing me, bro.
Shoot me, boy.
Oh, that'd be killing me.
I
bro.
say this right now.
What?
Tua will have a pretty good deep ball.
Yeah.
It may not always go to Tyreek, but it'd be a pretty good deep ball. I seen what Tua could do before injuries. I seen what Tua could do.
I just need consistency, bro. I just need consistency. That's all I need.
I seen what Tua could do when people believe in him.
All right, but what AFC conference finals matchup, AFC championship matchup you would like to see? I want to see Bills Chiefs again, of course. That's one. Bills. Oh no, Bills Chargers or Chiefs Chargers. I just want to see the Chargers. I really want to see the Chargers, bro. Chargers really nice.
Bills and Chargers. That's it. I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs.
But they always gonna be there though because
That's
they have
cool.
Patrick Mahomes.
That's cool. I'm tired of it.
Patrick Mahomes gonna win another.
I
one for a
am
while,
tired of it.
No, I just said like I don't know if they're gonna win another one in a while, bro. Because that's.
Because the talent pool has.
They missed their window, bro. They messed up by losing that one to the Buccaneers, but they just didn't have the offensive line to withstand what they was at home. Buccaneers are at home. Brady wasn't losing. Brady actually played like shit. But that's a whole nother thing. Carried again to another ring.
That's cool. He got it though.
I know, but that just really sucks,
that is the
bro.
greatest quarterback of all time.
He keeps getting carried to that pisses me
Does he
off,
though?
bro.
Does he though?
I mean, no, he definitely did. He definitely did what he had to do. I will admit that he did what he had to do. But bro, he threw like 3-4 interceptions. Like I'd be like, yo, like what
Brady
are you doing?
threw what? 2 picks.
Felt like 3 or 4, bro.
It didn't matter.
Even against us when we lost.
Because Devin White and that linebacking core was holding it down.
Killer, bro.
It don't matter.
That's why he went to the Buccaneers because he knew their defense was stacked, bro, and he know they had offensive weapons too. All they was missing was a QB that was consistent enough. Jameis Winston was not cutting it.
Hey man, 30 for 30. Shout out Jameis.
Whatever, man.
Shout out Jameis for doing something crazy like that.
I'm excited for Jameis on the what's the name?
With the Saints?
Yeah,
boy, they about
Saints
to
have
ball.
A complete team. They have a very complete team, and they're another dark horse.
And they got Chris Olave. I be forgetting about him.
Yes, they do. Everybody been talking about him. I can't wait to see what he does. But that's about it that we have for this podcast. Darius, I want to thank you again, my brother, for coming
Thank you.
bro.
Thanks for having me.
And I'm really excited for the NFL season. Like I really am. That's why I made this episode ahead of time. And with my boy Darius, we talked about a lot today, from Deshaun Watson to college football to Morgan State football. Morgan State, I just want y'all to win, bro. I just want to see some wins. I want to see. Just give me 4 wins this year.
Maybe not.
4.
Probably not 4.
Just 4.
Probably
just
not
4, bro. Just 4.
Probably
bro.
3.
Because that's right underneath 500 for them,
probably
bro.
3.
Bro, I just want to see 4.
Probably 3.
I want to see 4, bro.
Look, I get it.
But if they can just turn the corner a little earlier,
How about,
we can do it. Just win homecoming. Actually, fuck that. Just win homecoming. Just win homecoming. I don't give a shit about it. Just win homecoming. If you win homecoming and then you just don't get blown out in like in a lot of these other games, you stay competitive, that will be enough to be like, okay, at least I can still watch y'all after I graduate in the spring 2023. That's all I want to see. At the very least. But 4 wins, that would be my dream. That'd be my dream. Baby steps.
That's a giant step.
Baby steps.
That's a
they
giant
had 3
step.
last year.
That's a giant step.
They had 3 last year, though.
They had 2
you
last
told
year.
me. I thought they had 3.
They had 2 last year.
Fuck.
They were 2-8.
They gotta double it then. Fuck.
2-8, brother.
Bro. God damn it. All right, fine.
Exactly.
Fine. Okay. But you want to plug your social media and stuff before we leave, man? Or anything else you want to plug?
Dang, I've never had to do this before. That's new.
Come on, man.
I ain't never had to plug social media.
Plug yourself, bro.
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, the Kings_Legacy. Yeah, you can follow me on that. I be chilling. I be minding my business for real.
Yeah, he got some funny tweets every now and then.
I suggest everybody watch college football for real. For anybody who wants to understand anything, college football will help you because you're also watching the next generation of players.
True.
So that's why my knowledge of this goes very deep. So I can almost name anybody from any roster of the 180 schools.
180 is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's just Division 1?
Yeah.
Jesus. Jesus, that's a lot of schools, bro.
So yeah, I ain't really doing much, chilling, keeping my head down, working.
Bad, bro. But nah, for real, I really do appreciate you coming through. We're recording this in the early mornings. I have a mental health counseling session in 25 minutes, so I have to get ready for that. I think my mental's actually in a pretty good place. Just trying to, better myself anyway, though.
I need a massage, and I know
I need a massage as well.
No Deshaun Watson though.
Oh,
no Deshaun Watson.
No Deshaun Watson type vibes.
I've been working out a lot more,
really?
And my body is.
What time to go to the gym? Or you do it at home?
Both.
All right, I've been
it
doing.
It just depends on when I got time.
I've been slacking this.
But I've been hooping a lot more.
What?
Actually, you don't invite me. Let's start there. Before you can make that. Before you can do. Come on, bro. You don't invite me.
I ain't gonna lie, you slipped my mind because again, you just don't. But you did tell me. You did
exactly.
Tell me. So, but you slipped the mind in the heat of the moment. You know what I mean?
I can put up a couple buckets.
All right, I got you, bro. I just gotta remember. But then I be hooping all the way out here.
That's cool.
Right,
I be hooping under the bridge in Virginia.
Bro, I have to go there. You gotta invite me there because I actually
it's literally
hoop.
Under the bridge. It's
I know. I saw it. Like I saw a picture of it. It's dope. It looks dope.
I think it's like maybe 30 minutes from here.
Really? Is it 30? Because if it is, can't I go there to Virginia for betting and stuff like that?
Oh, for you, it's an hour from here.
I'll take it if it's a weekend, and then I could just explore a little bit.
Yeah, it's literally a whole park.
All right, that's cool. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it look fire, and it's right by the water.
Under the bridge.
They got like gates or something for on the ball, so you usually gotta hurry up get that shit.
Nah, it's far enough distance to where you're not.
Okay, it's stopping the grass or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Except for the dickhead who does something stupid.
Nah, cause that never happens either.
Okay, we'll see. All right.
Cause it's like a walking trail too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so much.
Okay. No, I definitely got to see it. I love traveling. I love going places.
You never invited me to hoop.
I never talked about Peru, Ecuador, and Galapagos Islands winner. But that's a whole nother thing, bro. You gotta so we both gotta work on it then. See, it goes both ways. Phone works both ways, bro.
Does it?
Phone works both ways.
You gotta invite people.
Phone works both ways.
All right.
But
next time we having a hooping session under the bridge, I'll post it on social media. And it's usually early in the morning.
Feed, bro.
I am on your feed. You gotta make me on your feed.
On Twitter, you are, but not on Instagram.
You gotta make me on your feed.
All right, bro. Whatever, bro. You got my phone number, bro. But I feel what you say. I feel what you say. But shout out to Darius and shout out to just football starting, man. Football's here, y'all. Let's get it. You already know what it is. Pack Nation, you already know what to do. I guess I'm waiting for Deshaun Watson to come off his suspension because I love his play.
We'll see him against Houston when he comes back.
Right. That'll be fun.
I think that's why Roger wanted to extend it for real. He wanted to see that little extra.
You know they love them storylines.
That extra bread.
But all right, y'all take it easy. Thank y'all for listening and staying through to this hour 37-minute podcast, as it says down here. And yeah, peace.